Aloha, everybody. Welcome to Super Bowl week right here in Phoenix, Arizona, the site of Super Bowl 42, and we are about ready to get started for the most wonderful week of entertainment you're ever going to see on your life, coming right here on TV 52 or whatever station you're watching on. Hey, here's what we got going. Our full team right here, except for the cameraman, John Wong over there. Starting on my left, we've got our photojournalist, Marty Sorensen. Give us a big aloha out there.
Aloha.
And she lives over here in Kaimo Key, except when she's visiting her children over there in California. Say aloha again.
Aloha.
And going to my right, we have Jacqueline Denker. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
And you're Arizona State journalism students? Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm a junior at broadcast journalism, and I'm just here, Super Bowl, just having a great time, learning so much.
And look for all her reports on newsportswave.com. And moving to our right, we have Aaron Elliott. This is our web page content editor.
I go to ASU, I'm a junior. It's good stuff. Just enjoying all the festivities here at Super Bowl week.
Okay, our last correspondent is from Arizona State University, Shauna Cheney. How do you like what's going on, too?
I'm totally digging it. This is basically a dream for me, just seeing all the stars and working with, this awesome crew.
So tell us, you're really excited about what you're going to be seeing this week, and
Absolutely, and I'm going to be writing, too.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Arizona State, what's your junior, whatever you are?
I'm a sophomore at ASU. I'm looking to go into music journalism and sports journalism.
And we've got John behind there. I'm trying to see if he'll turn around and shoot his face right now so you see the rest of the crew. John, turn the camera around. Don't get choked up on me. There he is, John, our cameraman. That's it. Stick around. You're going to see each one of these people participating for your entertainment and education. Keep smiling. Honolulu, Hawaii, we are with you.
You don't want to leave it on the field during the week, and at the same time, you don't want to be running around the day before the game having a lot of questions about what are we going to do on this. Between our football team and our fans and the people who have an interest in the game. And so I respect the job that you do, and I hope you respect the job that I have to do. But I understand that sometimes I can't give you everything you're looking for, but I do know that this is the conduit of information from the team to the fans, and the fans are what drives the game. So I'm all for it. Nobody's more in favor of this game than I am.
Rich Taylor, ESPN Radio Columbia. Would you prefer, when you prepare, to have played a team like you have the Giants, or would you feel like you might have an advantage with you and your staff if you had not seen them and they had not seen you?
We really don't give it too much thought. During the course of the year, we have both those situations come up. There's some teams that we haven't played, and there's other teams that we have in the division or maybe in preseason, like the Giants this year. We played them in preseason and later in the regular season. So, every game has its own challenges, its own special circumstances.
We realize what we can accomplish. We do. I mean, how many opportunities has anyone had ever to complete a season where you don't lose? I mean, we realize that we're 18-0 right now, and sure, we acknowledge the accomplishment that can possibly happen. But we got to think about how we got here in the first place. How did we get to 18-0? I mean, and you've heard our focus all year. It's just thinking about the next week and the next opponent, and all the talk that I'd rather entertain is about the New York Giants.
I think the coaches are going to try and pretty much keep it like a regular game week for us. So we'll come in and go through some stuff tomorrow, and obviously Tuesday's a media day, which is a little bit more hectic than a normal Tuesday. But as far as the first 2 days, you just you come down, you enjoy yourself, but know you're down here for a reason.
Well, I think when you look at their offensive line, obviously they've been pretty consistent. I think O'Hare got hurt in our game, but other than that, it's been a group that's been together. They've played together, and you can tell that. I mean, I can tell a little, just by watching film on these guys that it's just little signals that they can kind of give one another and feel where they're supposed to be and where they're at. And, I think that chemistry comes over time for offensive line. And, they've been pretty consistent all throughout the year and, being together. So the more you're with someone, the more you kind of learn them and know them. And, they hadn't had any setbacks other than our game, and then now he's back.
Because I think we were very mindful of the fact that their big play potential. I mean, you blitz and one of those guys catches a pass, and a missed tackle would be a touchdown. So we were very mindful of that, and when we blitzed, maybe we caught them off guard. I don't know. I kind of thought, I was like, I hope I didn't hit him hard enough on the head, because I remember my hand kind of coming down as I was going up for the ball. And Ty made a great play, just as he had a lot of times. Ty always caught him when they were thrown his way. He always caught the ball. He never dropped many interceptions.
You're here to participate in the NFL championship, so it doesn't matter. It could have been snowing like it was back home, but it wouldn't have mattered. It's the biggest game of our life right now because it's the championship game, and it's our next game. If you treat this game the same way you treated other games, to a certain extent, I'm not saying that you're going to treat it the same way, but to a certain extent, everything that you've done is going to take care of all the other stuff, as far as being perfect and everything else. If you take care of what you need to take care of, it's going to take care of itself.
How many boxes do you bring?
How many what? You want another one?
No, I'm just saying.
I'll give you another one tomorrow. All right? I'll give you one tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, I'm spreading the aloha. I really am glad to see you.
Same thing. I remember your face. That's why when you stand, I'm like, I remember. Yeah. Same thing. Thank you.
Hey, Kevin Fogg, he remembers our family. He remembers our money. He remembers my face. How about that? Don't you forget my face. You keep sticking in here because we're having more fun than you ever could dream about.
Rich Eisen from the NFL Network. Rich, the media coverage for NFL, especially the Super Bowl, has just blown up. I mean, do you remember back in the day when hardly any of the media was around to cover it?
Well, NFL Network is going to turn 5 later this year in November, and when we first started, it was pretty much in full swing. But in the last 5 years, it has exploded. And I think, we have a lot to do with that. We're raising all awareness of the NFL year-round. And I think that's the difference between now and what perhaps the history of our media is the fact that it is now a year-round sport in the eyes of many people, as opposed to just a playing season. There's a playing season and a non-playing season. We start the non-playing season about 6 days from now. I mean, as soon as I'm done from here, I head straight to Hawaii for the Pro Bowl. I just came from Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl. And then 8 days after the Pro Bowl, we're in Indianapolis for the scouting combine, and then 2 days after that is the free agency period, and then 3 weeks after that is the owners meeting, and then 3 weeks after that is the draft, and it just comes one after another, and it seems every year we're talking about training camp, and I blink and it's the draft again. But that's what NFL Network is all about, and I wrote a book about it called Total Access, and I just because I've been living this now for 4 years, this calendar that continuously churns out events, even though there's no games going on for 8 months of the year. It is just something that's been remarkable to be part of.
Last question, quickly. Give me a prediction. Are the Patriots going to go 19-0, or are the Giants going to burst their bubble?
It's awful tough to pick against New England, but on NFL Network all week long, we're showing the Patriots' first Super Bowl win over the Rams. They were not expected to do that, and it just seems that every now and then something happens in the history of the NFL that shocks people. And last year we were in Miami, which was the site of the Super Bowl victory for the Jets back in Super Bowl III, and these things were not supposed to happen, and they did. So you never know.
Thanks, Rich. I appreciate it.
You bet.
Great.
Take care.